Hey, Tony here. A lot of people say that Trump supporters say that if you have TDS, there was something wrong with you because how could you possibly hate Donald Trump? Well, I hated him from the get-go. Thought he was a braggart, ran his mouth a lot, arrogant. I didn't like him when he talked about grabbing women by the pussy. I didn't like him when he talked about how he owned Miss USA teen pageant, would sneak in the dressing room to watch them change clothes. I didn't like him the way he handled COVID, making Fauci look like the bad guy because he didn't like Fauci getting all the attention, saying we could inject bleach or somehow get light into our bodies. I could tell, when people with critical thinking could tell the man's an idiot. And then the lies. I mean, the constant lying, lie after lie, and smearing people. I mean, it's one thing to lie, it's another thing to lie and smear people to make yourself look better. It's just despicable. And then as we got towards the end of his terms, I didn't like a lot of his policy. I thought the economy was going to hell and the supply and demand chain with COVID was going to hell. And then how he just kept talking about the election was rigged way before the election was even held. Undermining our election process, really great. And the way he undermined the press, really great. I could tell we were in for a fascist dictator. And I hope to God we never had him again. But there he was on January 6th causing an insurrection. There he was with his fake elector scheme. There he was after the election, crying and whining about it. Lost 60 cases and still wouldn't shut up. There he was with documents that he took after he left the White House. And a lot of people do that. A lot of presidents do that. They make a mistake and they return it. Not him. He ignored it or returned a few. He kept ignoring the archives. Finally, they had to call the FBI. The FBI got a warrant and they had to go get the stuff. And they found